The weather outside is dreary and no fun. Join your beastly friends online for a multiplayer game of Undead Overrun.
Are you hyped yet, Hazard Gang? Undead Overrun was such an amazing survival mode in Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare DLC, and that released in October of 2010, and fans really want Rockstar to do more single-player DLC, and I think an Undead Nightmare 2 would be really high on their list. October 26th this year marks 10 full years since that DLC released, and it's about time we revisit that theme. Unfortunately, while the chances of single-player DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2 are incredibly low, the chances of an online Undead Nightmare-style event or update are actually getting higher and higher here. The leaked Halloween pass we discussed a few weeks ago has some amazing Halloween and horror-themed items, cosmetics, rewards, and more, and it was later confirmed that the pass will actually be 20 tiers, so pretty short, and that explains why Outlaw Pass 3 was only 80 tiers. But we have some new leaks on both Halloween and Undead Nightmare style music, and even new audio cues for zombies and stalkers. The combination of the pieces of media we will showcase today really makes it seem like Rockstar has some sort of Undead Overrun, zombie survival, or some type of creature survival mode planned as a game mode for players to try out come fall and the Halloween season. Now we're going to jump into the credibility of these leaks and discoveries, as well as go over other information you need to know, because of course, since none of this has been officially announced, confirmed, or revealed by Rockstar, it's worth noting that things change and you should take this with a grain of salt, but this will be a really fun breakdown video nonetheless. So if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button. Starting off, let's get excited because we have a new soundtrack addition in the latest Naturalist update to Red Dead Online, and besides the Halloween Pass leaks, upon inspecting the files you can find a new track added to the Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack called Slit, Shamble. It is located within the online script section and is unfortunately not related to single player at all because of that, but let's give it a brief listen. You can find the full track linked in the description below, and also the link to Rockstar Universe over on Twitter, who originally shared it with followers, and we know that the Fear of the Dark mode that was added last year is still in the game files currently, and we're going to talk about exactly what's going on with that, and it can also make a return this year, but this audio track specifically was added with the Naturalist update and certainly was never used with the Halloween game mode from last year, which was Fear of the Dark. So this further suggests a new game mode can be coming to online, and just going off of the tempo and the vibe of it, it really sounds similar to the tracks used in Undead Overrun from Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare DLC in 2010. So I only wanted to give a brief sample on this video, and like I said, you can get the full soundtrack link in the description below. It was uploaded by Stepped Up Station and shared by Rockstar Universe. Now let's move on to some things that are a little bit more sinister here. We have audio dialogue of demonic voices that have also been added in the Naturalist update, which you can listen to now as well. Now, if you recognize these sounds and sound effects, it's most likely because you played Fear of the Dark during the Halloween season last year. These stalkers are actually the creatures who make these noises, and when you would capture skulls or take out the hunters, which were the group of survivors in that mode, you would hear some of those same sound effects play out when you or the other team scored points or completed objectives during the game mode. So these sounds aren't necessarily new, but what is interesting is the fact that they've been reintroduced to the game. This suggests that either this mode is making a return, and I think that's definitely going to happen considering each year in GTA Online for Halloween, players would also get all old modes like Slasher added back, plus new maps and things like that for Halloween as well. And Rockstar is certainly no stranger to reusing game assets, including audio, and they could try to use these for some sort of new zombie or undead nightmare or some other demonic, devilish themed survival game mode in the game. We know that survival is a highly requested feature by fans, and currently We don't have an actual survival mode, but we do have an unused game soundtrack that was just recently added with the new update on July 28th. So this is all building to something big here, honestly. What exactly that is has of course yet to be revealed or announced by Rockstar in any official capacity, but the fact that you can see a new mode called Fear of Us listed in the game files, I definitely think it's something that shouldn't be shrugged off at all. Fear of Us is directly linked to Rockstar's Halloween specific coding, and while the actual audio was used last year for Fear of the Dark, the new Fear of Us mode could also feature the same sound effects. But what if the new Undead are those stalkers from the Fear of the Dark mode? After all, judging by the female stalker you can see, they're certainly demonic and most likely undead, and the male stalker is masked, and both of these possess super speed and super jump powers. There's so many ways Rockstar can spin survival modes here, and even if it's not necessarily a direct link to Undead Overrun from Red Dead Redemption 1, honestly, anything they do for this would be really cool. Now finally, let's just refresh on the Halloween Pass leaks here. Currently in the game files right now, there are these Halloween Pass rewards which look stunning, honestly. Like I said at the beginning of today's video, it's been confirmed now that the Halloween Pass is only 20 tiers, and so these are probably some of the best rewards that players will be getting out of this pass. But it just goes to show Rockstar has pretty big plans for the new Halloween event this year. We won't be getting the new DLC update that features new extensions and augmentations to an existing role in Red Dead Online later this year, probably most likely December, since the Naturalist DLC released so late into the summer. And so this Halloween event, despite it being a seasonal kind of update for Red Dead Online, it seems like it's going to be quite a large one, and honestly one that's much more exciting than last year's Halloween themed update, I think. Again, these Halloween Pass leaks were shared by Siam Bonsal over on Twitter, so credit goes to him. We discussed that in my Halloween Pass leaked video, and you can catch that link down in the description below here. But that is everything that feeds back into this year's Red Dead Online Halloween event, which, judging by the fact that Rockstar has a new unused Undead Nightmare style soundtrack, and they're reintroducing the Fear of the Dark sound bites without necessarily adding the game mode back in the Naturalist update, it seems very plausible that the Halloween Pass is not the only big thing players can get hyped for come the fall. Don't forget about Fear of Us, the new leaked mode, and there's definitely something more waiting around the corner for us that Rockstar is most likely holding off on talking about for now. We still have many weeks left of the Red Dead Online Naturalist drip feed, and I have a ton of videos planned, so definitely stay tuned for all of that. And if there's any more developments with these Halloween themed event stories, I will be sure to update you. Now please let me know in the comments below what you think of these leaks and further hints to an Undead Nightmare or Fear the Dark style Halloween event in Red Dead Online. Would you like it? Do you want it? Or do you not want it at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. That's where we're going to wrap up today's video here. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, and even Rockstar games as a whole. We'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll be sure to keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on all three of those websites, and you can feel free to strike up a conversation and even ask me a question. Whatever it may be though, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links, including my Discord, can be found in the description down below. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.